Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here, and welcome to the reactions that I am going to put forth for the 2019 Academy Award nominations. Of course, this is for the year of 2018. It's the 2019 Oscar ceremony, that usual confusion that happens with all this. But yeah, 2018 was a good year for movies. I wouldn't say it was as good as 2017 was, but there were definitely some highlights in there. I think a lot of my highlights are stuff that's probably not going to get much in terms of nominees. Stuff like Mary Poppins Returns, Spider Verse, Won't You Be My Neighbor, Bad Times at the El Royale. Probably the only one of my top five of the year that's going to get a lot of recognition is going to be A Star Is Born. But I digress. Interestingly, the one thing I do know about this list of nominees is just the IMDb headline that I had to read to get to this page that I'm on now. And rest assured, I kind of closed my eyes and scrolled down to the bottom here, so I don't know any of the nominees coming up. This is going to be a complete surprise to me. But I do know that Roma and The Favorite got the most overall. And Roma, I haven't seen yet. I really do need to check that movie out before Oscar night. Of course, it's on Netflix, so it's very easy to access it. I definitely fully intend on watching it before Oscar night. The Favorite, I just think is, I don't know, man. Like, that movie has some good qualities to it, like the the Nicholas Hoult performance is really fun. But man, The Favorite is one of those movies where it's like you either love it or you hate it. And I don't know, I wouldn't go as far as to say I hated The Favorite, but Jesus Christ, it was not my kind of movie. I mean, that's all I'll say. It was I don't know. And that's the thing. I didn't really care for The Lobster either. And The Lobster is another one of those love or hate kind of main director. So I don't like, I feel like with the director, I don't want to attempt to say his name, but I mean, I'm sure I'll have to. I'm sure he's probably nominated for best director, so I'll probably have to attempt to pronounce it. But I don't know, man. There's just something weird about this guy's movies where it's like it's like 65% drama, 50% comedy. It's got this weird sort of like ironic hipster melancholy edge to it. And I don't know, man. Like, anyone who knows me and my taste in film knows that mixed tones don't really do it for me per se. Um, Certain movies do mixed tones well, but I don't know. In general, when a movie has a confused tone, I tend to drift away from it. And The Favorite, man, The Favorite is a movie of just conflicting tones. So, point being, I expect to see The Favorite and Roma on this a lot. Just know that The Favorite I am not a big fan of, and Roma I have still yet to see. But with that in mind, let's get into it. Foreign language film nominees. Honestly, I'm just gonna say, out of all of these, the only ones I've even heard of are Roma, of course, and then Shoplifters I've heard of. And I'll say this much in terms of predictions: like, Roma's probably gonna crush it, but if Roma is a front runner for Best Picture, which I expect it is, then I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be like, I would be completely okay with one of these other films getting it if Roma doesn't. Like, I think it would be weird if Roma won both Best Picture and Best Foreign Language Film. Not that I'm against that happening. I just think it'd be a little strange. So with that in mind, I would say, if Roma is a front runner, then give it to Shoplifters. But like I said, that's just because it's the only one I've ever heard of besides Roma. So, but yeah, not much to say in that category. Foreign language films, it's one of those things where it's like the few of them that we even get to have access to as regular moviegoers. It's, I don't know, like Roma is one of those things where it's like, I love Alfonso Cuarón. It feels like a commitment. Um, and I've been sick for basically the past month, and because I've been sick, I don't really feel like putting in the brain power to watch something that's you know, definitely meant to be like really, really artistic, B, has subtitles, and um, C is just challenging source material to begin with, just a challenging subject matter that's not like a fun and games type scenario. I've been watching a lot of Andy Griffith show and, like the toys that made us and stuff like that while I've been sick. So, just to give you a bit into my repertoire. Anyways, let's move on to the next category. A lot of these like short films and stuff, I'm not going to have much to say about. I am very much looking forward to getting into the documentary category, though, which is a subject that usually I don't have much to say about. But this year, let's just say this year, there's definitely 2 or 3 big ones that I expect to see on there. But okay, anyways, moving up. I don't expect to have anything to say about live action short film now. I honestly, guys, I got nothing. I know nothing. Just looking at this list of films, nothing. Nada. Sorry. Okay, but importantly, let's talk about best animated short film. And if I'm being honest, the only one of these I've heard of is Bow, of course. I might have one small step. It sounds familiar. But late afternoon, weekends, animal behavior, nah, it doesn't ring a bell for me. Animated short film is something where it's like if I do have access, like if Amazon streams these or something like that, I'll definitely check them out before Oscar night. But as of now, I'm just gonna say my personal pick is, of course, Bow. Okay, best animated. Okay, here we go. Okay, best animated feature film. Great to see Spider-Verse made the list. Some people have actually been skeptical that Spider-Verse was going to get nominated at all, considering snubs like the Lego movie. So great to see that on there. Incredibles 2, Wreck-It Ralph, um, I Love Dogs, of course. I think we all expected all 3 of those to get on there. Mirari, I assume, is Studio Ghibli. I haven't really been keeping that much up on Studio Ghibli these days. Okay, I will say in terms of predictions, definitely should win is Spider-Verse, of course. Will win, I don't know. It really wouldn't shock me if they gave it to Ralph Breaks the Internet or Isle of Dogs. If Isle of Dogs wins, I'll be totally, totally fine with that. If Ralph Breaks the Internet wins, that'll probably be another, like, ironically enough, that'll be kind of like a Brave over Wreck-It Ralph type situation, except reverse. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Ralph Breaks the Internet, but Spider-Verse is just so much more important to the movie than that one. So great to see Spider-Verse on here to begin with, though. I mean, as much as I like The Grinch, thank God something like The Grinch didn't sneak on here instead. All right. Anyways, moving on up. I assume this is, best documentary short subject. I got nothing. Sorry, guys. And I love documentaries, so, I might have heard of Black Sheep. That sounds vaguely familiar. Okay, here we go. What? Are you fucking kidding me? All right, no. No. Guys, do you see anything missing here? Is there something fucking missing here? Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is unacceptable. Guys, I am angry. I am so goddamn angry here. I mean, not only is Won't You Be My Neighbor not on here, which is a fucking sin. All right, you hear me? You hear me, Academy? This is a joke. This is a goddamn joke. Unless Won't You Be My Neighbor is nominated for Best Picture, which I doubt it, this is a joke. This is a fucking travesty. This is honestly one of the worst snubs in Oscar history, as far as I can tell. This is fucking ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Do you hear the anger in my voice right now? I am literally this. Fuck this. Fuck this. Guys, I'm serious. I almost want to fucking get off air and stop doing this entirely because of this. I mean, this is just fucking. This is uncalled for. Wow. Wow. And Three Identical Strangers isn't even on here. Guys, I don't give a shit about any of these movies. I mean, I've heard of RBG. I've heard it's like just okay. Like it's nothing special. It's just kind of like a buy the books, give you the facts sort of thing. I haven't heard of anything else. I mean, they could be masterpieces, but that doesn't mean that Won't You Be My Neighbor. I mean, Won't You Be My Neighbor, like, it's so highly regarded both by critics and by general audiences to be one of the best documentaries ever made. And more importantly, it's just a cultural touchstone. I am so upset. I am so upset right now. This is fucking ridiculous. This is fucking Academy, you're a joke. You fucked up something big here. You fucked up big time. This is I like I said, all of these movies could be good. I don't care. Man, I'm sorry. I think Dragon and I might have to do a think piece about just Won't You Be My Neighbor being snubbed because there's a lot to unpack here. I need to get moving or else I'm never going to finish this, but holy shit. Wow. Just wow. Just just fucking disgusting. Oh god. And then the next fucking thing that shows up is Solo. I assume this is best visual effects. Okay. Okay. Oh man. All right. That's fucking Solo. Okay, best visual effects. Infinity War, Christopher Robin, First Man, Ready Player One, Solo. Can't complain about any of those. I'm trying to think of anything maybe I would have maybe pulled a Kubo and put Isle of Dogs on there instead, but whatever. Honestly, I don't think the visual effects in Ready Player One are all that great. If I were to say, I think Infinity War is probably going to win this. If not, then First Man will win. But in terms of should win, honestly, I would go with Christopher Robin because I think Christopher Robin's effects, while minimal, were like freaking photorealistic. But if Infinity War wins, then that's totally well deserved. Absolutely, because Thanos is an incredible effect. Okay. Oh, fucking won't you be my neighbor? Wow. Wow. All right. Okay, sound editing. I'm just gonna go through. I assume both the Black Panther. Okay, well, there's a slight difference here. Okay, I'm glad to see A Quiet Place get sound editing, and that totally should win. Absolutely, no questions asked. Only other thing that maybe should be in contention is Roma. First Man had great sound too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, all of these movies are solid. In terms of sound mixing, I would definitely say A Star Is Born for that. Just the way that, like, one of the great sound effects of 2017, and like just uses of sound in general, was the buzzing noise in Bradley Cooper's head in that movie. The to symbol the onset of the alcoholism. And so, for that reason alone, I would say Star Is Born should get sound mixing. Okay, and I'm seeing the Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Okay, song. All right. Okay, here we go. So Shallow, of course, that was expected. Um, I like that the Ballad of Buster Scruggs got on here. I need to check that movie out. Um, RBG All Fight, that just kind of sounds like a typical, like, sort of anthem, like, message song. So I hope that doesn't win. Black Panther, All the Stars, that's a solid choice. Good to see that on there. Of course, you know that I love Mary Poppins Returns. If I were to nominate a song, I would nominate Trip a Little Light Fantastic or even A Cover Is Not the Book. But The Place Where Lost Things Go is very solid, and that is a more traditional, like, Oscar type song. So in terms of will win, I would say probably Shallow. In terms of should win, I'll go with my personal favorite and say The Place Where Lost Things Go. All right. Yay, Mary Poppins got score. Okay, Black Klansman, Black Panther. Good to see Black Panther got score. That's unconventional. If Beale Street could talk, I Love Dogs is also a very good score. There's definitely some stuff that I'm surprised is not on here though. But in terms of, huh? If I'm going out of my way here, guys, I'm going to kind of just cross my fingers and be hopeful and say that Poppins is a will win and it should win because I love the score for that movie. But if Poppins doesn't win, I would totally like to see either Black Panther or I Love Dogs win. I don't remember that much about the score for Black Klansman, and I haven't seen If Beale Street Could Talk. So, all right. Achievement in makeup and hairstyling. Kind of surprised to see Mary Queen of Scots on here over the favorite. Border, I know nothing about Border. Nothing. Nada. But in terms of a will win and a should win, Vice. Come on, man. Vice. I mean, that was just such a transformation. Not just for Christian Bale, but for everyone involved in that movie. I mean, Steve Carell, Sam Rockwell. All right, here we go. Costume design, Poppins, Black Panther, Mary Queen of Scots, Ballad of Buster Scruggs, The Favorite. Again, I'm intrigued by the Ballad of Buster Scruggs, and I like from everything I've heard about the Ballad of Buster Scruggs, it's like what Once Upon a Time or A Million Ways to Die in the West should have been. So I'm intrigued, and I'm happy to see that getting a couple of award nominees. Um, okay, in terms of will win and should win, honestly, I'm not going to go for Poppins for will win as much as I like it. I'm going to go for Black Panther for should win. But I'm going to say probably will win. It's probably between the favorite and Mary Queen of Scots because this award is almost always dominated by period pieces. But if you want to be unconventional, Black Panther had some damn good costume work in it. All right, I'm seeing a lot of the favorite. Best achievement in production design, Black Panther, First Man, Roma, Poppins, the favorite. I would not be surprised if Roma took this one. Um, Black Panther, I feel like, is a little bit too CG heavy to have really great production design. Poppins, I would like to see. That would be my should win. In terms of will win, I would say probably between the favorite and Roma, maybe with a slight edge to Roma. All right. What is this one? Okay, film editing. All right. That's a big one for me. Okay, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody. Really? The Favorite, Green Book, Vice. Not really all that impressed with these, honestly. This is another one where you could have fucking snuck in Won't You Be My Neighbor if you wanted to. Um, I definitely don't think the favorite should be on here. I mean, I just think the favorite is just being shoehorned into a lot of stuff. I'm not a big fan of the favorite. I definitely think Vice should win this, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it should as well. Black Klansman would be a good alternative. I think Green Book's editing is just okay, honestly. I don't think there's anything really flashy about it at all. All right. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of randomly losing my voice here. Okay, cinematography really just I'm just giving a fucking face palm right now to the favorite. I'm just like really, really whatever. A Star is Born, Never Look Away, Cold War, Roma. From what I've seen, Roma will and should win this. From what I've seen of Roma, okay, this is adapted screenplay. Okay, A Star is Born, Black Klansman, Can You Ever Forgive Me? Ballad of Buster Scruggs, If Beale Street Could Talk. Kind of surprised that Black Panther's not on here, if I'm being honest. Again, I'm happy to see the Ballad of Buster Scruggs, man. I need to check this movie out, if anything else. I've heard good things about Can You Ever Forgive Me? But I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Black Klansman is a will and should win. Have not seen If Beale Street Could Talk, but I wasn't a huge fan of Moonlight, and by all intents and purposes, I've heard that If Beale Street Could Talk is kind of not as good as Moonlight, and it's just as like long-winded and meditative. So I don't know. I'm not exactly compelled to see If Beale Street Could Talk. Okay, best original screenplay. First Reformed. Interesting. Green Book, The Favorite, Roma, Vice. Okay, there's definitely a couple here, like Spider-Verse, for example, I would have really liked to see on. Oh, wait, Spider-Verse would have been adapted. What am I saying? Duh. Um, again, Green Book is just okay. The Favorite, I think maybe the best part of The Favorite was the screenplay. I'm gonna go ahead and give a will and should win to Vice here. First Reformed, I don't know that much about, but I am kind of surprised to see it on here. All right. Okay, here we go. This is director, I think. Oh boy. Cold War. I need to check out Cold War. Sorry guys. Just got distracted there for a minute. I need to check out Cold War. Yorgos Lanthimos, that's the name of the director for The Favorite. I would love to see Spike Lee win for Black Klansman, definitely. Alfonso Cuarón is probably going to win. Adam McKay is a decent choice for Vice. Okay. Okay, now we get into the big stuff, the acting category. So let's see what we've got. I'm gonna okay. Amy Adams for Vice, solid choice. Regina King, oh God. Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz, both in supporting. That's interesting. That's an interesting choice, and that honestly might split the vote right there. Marina de Tavira for Roma. Honestly, this is really throwing me off because I assume that Rachel Weisz would have gotten Best Actress and Emma Stone would have gotten Supporting Actress. But because they're both in the same category, I think that might hurt both their chances. And of course, I haven't seen Roma and Beale Street. But I don't think Amy Adams is going to win for Vice. I mean, it's a decent performance. It's just not really that flashy. I don't know, guys. I'm going to go with Marina de Tavira for Roma. I think Roma is kind of set to sweep this year. All right, supporting actor. Ooh, 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 ooh. I like this. I like these choices. This is a good roster. Adam Driver, Black Klansman, fuck yes, totally deserves it. Mahershala Ali, definitely a good choice. Sam Elliott, I fucking love Sam Elliott in A Star Is Born. One of his best performances ever. Richard and E. Grant, Can You Ever Forgive Me? You need to see that. Sam Rockwell and Vice, another really good choice. Yeah, I'm very happy with these nominees. And I think Mahershala Ali is probably set to win this and set to get his second Academy Award. But I definitely think Sam Elliott should win it. And I would also be happy if Adam Driver won it. Oh my God. Okay, best performance by a lead actress. I'm doing something. I had to tell. I'm sorry, guys. My family does not fucking respect my privacy. Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. After rudely getting interrupted for a second time, even though my family knew that I was doing a fucking show. God damn. Hate doing shows in the morning, man. Jesus Christ, I need to move out. I need a new fucking place. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuck. Okay, I honestly, looking at this list, I'm a little underwhelmed here. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of that woman from Roma. Melissa McCarthy, fair enough. Lady Gaga is probably going to win. Olivia Colman for the favorite, fair enough. Glenn Close for the wife. I've honestly never even heard of the wife, so there you go. All right. Not surprised about any of these except for Willem Dafoe because I haven't even heard of At Eternity's Gate. But hey, I like Willem Dafoe, so yay, nice to see him nominated 2 years in a row. That's nice. um, I mean, I shit, man, this is a close race. I honestly think Best Actor might be the closest race of them all. I would say it's a two-horse race between Christian Bale and Rami Malek, but I mean, Bradley Cooper and Viggo Mortensen. I don't think Bradley Cooper is going to win. Viggo could sneak in there though, and all four of them deserve it. I mean, this is a stacked category. It really is. I think Rami Malek probably has a slight edge over Vice. But I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to see Rami Malek get it though, because Rami Malek, he's kind of the people's champion at this point. All right, here we go, guys. I'm gonna go through these one by one because I assume this is all Best Picture. Best Picture, Vice, the favorite. Both are fine. Vice, I definitely like better. The favorite is just kind of like, whatever. Looks like this might be 10 nominees because I don't see any blank spaces here, unless it's eight. Roma and Green Book. Yeah, no big surprises. Green Book is like, it's like a very safe Best Picture nominee. Black Panther. There we go. Black Panther. All right. Making history, Kevin Feige. Making history. All right. Very glad to see that. I mean, it was expected, but very, very glad to see it come into fruition. It's not going to win, but all right. Bohemian Rhapsody. Black Klansman. Good to see Black Klansman on there. That's great. That's great. I'm glad to see Black Klansman getting so much attention. A Star is Born. Oh, that's it. Only eight? Okay. Okay. All right. Guys, if I'm being honest with you, I think Roma's going to sweep a lot this year, and I need to see Roma to check it out. And I've heard that if you do some research on Roma before you see it, it's a little bit more digestible. As you can hear, my voice is just absolutely shot right now. So, you know, I don't know, not much I can do about that, and I'm a little bit sick, so Roma isn't exactly the easiest movie to watch when you're sick. But still, it's fine. All right, I'm very sorry about the interruption, guys, and I shouldn't have reacted the way I did, but it's like Jesus Christ when someone opens your door and sees you're doing a podcast, and then, fucking 5 minutes later opens your door again. It's just, I don't know. I just, that was just like really, really, really inconsiderate. And so I'm, you know, I apologize for the outburst there, but I need to keep this up. I need to keep this up for prosperity's sake, or else I just delete the whole thing because Christ, the headline of this whole thing is Won't You Be My Neighbor not getting nominated for anything, especially Best Documentary. I mean, I'm just floored about that, and Dragon and I might have to make a whole separate video about that. I mean, that's just fucking ridiculous. All right. But other than that, guys, I need to get ready to start the day and to go to work and all that fun stuff. So I will see you later. And like I said, Dragon and I might do an editorial about the Won't You Be My Neighbor situation. We just might. It's just that big of a headline for me. All right.